Great Rampage Pro Wrestling action here live, taped from Doctoberfest for this Rewind edition.
The following contest is
Well, no, not Rewind. Actually, we're here on the main show, Rampage Pro Wrestling.
Gotcha.
A little confusing as we come to you here from Doctoberfest. Here's our opening match for television. Also, fans, you've seen some highlights to start off. You're going to see several matches in their entirety tonight from Doctoberfest.
And what a treat that is to have such a high caliber amount of competition and matches lined up. Always great to see the fans here at Rampage Pro Wrestling turn out for some great wrestling action. And who would have ever thought we'd see the entrance of Anthony Andrews with Marv's feathers and outfit on. He's wearing Marv's outfit now. What's going on here? And this is a very much anticipated matchup. You're going to see Officer Chris Jacobs and Drew Adler as a team.
Combined weight of 384 pounds, Officer Chris Jacobs and Drew Adler.
Great tag team action here on Rampage Pro Wrestling, coming to you live from Doctoberfest, and we remind the fans right around the corner, Sunday, November 6th, 2 p.m. bell time, a special edition of Rampage Pro Wrestling at Johnny G's Fun Center. Make sure you come out for the live action. Another great card put together by Rampage General Manager, Dr. Johnny Gayton. And this matchup should be an outstanding matchup. And I know a lot of fans, since Marv turned his back on the fans and turned his back on Chris Jacobs, have wondered how long it would be before this happened. Marv versus his own former partner, Drew Adler.
All right, and so far, you have to admit, though, that Marvelous Michael Stevens, Mr. Andrews have been very successful, both as a team and in singles competition, since changing some directions. Officer Chris Jacobs been in some serious training, but so far has not yet really cracked into the ranks of being a winner here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. But then again, just getting started, you can't expect that much out of him, although obviously he's clearly an athlete. Sporting some new wrestling gear also, it looks like.
Absolutely. Good fine head scissors, arm drag takedown by Drew Adler. Haven't seen Marv in this outfit before, and haven't seen Anthony Andrews in Marv's outfit before. Tag is made. In comes Officer Chris Jacobs.
Are you telling me that they're now sharing the same closet?
Among other things, apparently.
Well,
good test of strength here, working on the wrist here by Chris Jacobs. Takes him down. Little game of mercy, step over the arm. Full arm twist on the with the legs, and drops the knee down on the arm.
Sandwiches that right in there. You can see the damage that did right there. Marvelous Michael Stevens, in a world of hurt right now, manages to cut him off with the knee, goes over, makes the tag. In comes Andrews fast. Quick arm drag there by the officer.
Good arm drag takedown, maintains the arm bar now, and tag is made. Drew Adler coming in. A long, tall drink of water, drops that elbow down.
So we talked to you about, you've seen some highlights of some of the great things that happened at Doctoberfest. What an amazing War Games that you saw. Fans, if you're going to want to see that entire match and everything that happened, shocking developments in that particular match, Ben, as you know, you're going to want to very much check out that DVD when it comes out, because you won't see that entire match here on television at all. But what you will see tonight is you're going to see a great match from Ring of Honor with their heavyweight champion Davey Richards taking on Kyle O'Reilly in a proving ground match. Kyle O'Reilly having an opportunity to get a title match if he can be victorious in that non-title match. And then we will see in its entirety the television title on the line as Jeremy Vane takes on the challenge of the big man, Michael Judas.
The priest of punishment, and what a challenge for the newly crowned RPW NWA champion. Jeremy Vane said he would accept all challengers, and that's exactly what he got.
Spinning wheel kick, cover right there. He might have it, but no, Andrews fighting out. Smart move, rolls over, gets to his stomach. Good wrestling there by Andrews, but Andrews controlled, brought over, and Drew Adler punts that leg.
Working on the arm now, full arm twist. Takes him down, and maintaining pressure with the arm and control of the match. Stepping now on that hand. Certainly a lot of injury can come from stepping on fingers. Covers some lateral press, not hooking the leg, only 1 count.
I want to thank all the great fans that came out and supported Rampage Pro Wrestling and Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, Impact Wrestling at the Macon Coliseum.
What a night that was.
And what a great match they saw between Kyle Matthews and Jimmy Rave. And it was called right down the middle by Mike Posey. Got to give him credit for that. And fans, good news, we're going to be showing that match in a coming week right here on Rampage Television, as well as some special exclusive backstage material that we were able to get while we were at Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Special treats. Stay tuned for Rampage Pro Wrestling for all the excitement you can't get anywhere else.
Drew Adler there taken right off his feet, but no, too slow coming in is Andrews. Adler waiting for him, rolls him up. Only a 1 count, however. Andrews should have capitalized much quicker on that, but he capitalized real quick on that. Dragged him back by the tights, head smashed into that lower turnbuckle pad, and you saw the damage that did to the neck of Drew Adler.
Neck on that move, and certainly that's a damaging thing for the neck.
Well, his
has that central nervous system.
He's got that long, lean body, and as it went down there into that corner, that pad is unforgiving, and all it does is cover up solid metal underneath, as you know, Ben.
Not much of a pillow at all, just a covering to prevent people from being cut open if they were to hit that cable. And right now, in a bad way, Drew Adler in that front chancery, almost a choke type hold. Now firing back, trying to escape. Couple of blows to the midsection, and he lets go off the ropes. Caught him with that knee on the head. Wait a minute, did you see that from nowhere? Marvelous Michael Stevens now tagging with the boot, and the referee allows it. Covers him now, hooks the leg. Great action here to start out the program for Rampage Pro Wrestling. Again, we remind you live on Sunday, November 6th, 2 p.m. bell time. Make plans to be here for a super Sunday of wrestling. The wrestling gets better and better each week, and you want to make sure that you are a part of that action. And the ring now with a rear chin lock applied, not only for control of the match, but also cut off that air supply. And now again firing back, comes behind him, building the backside suplex, caught him hard again, could snap that neck easily. Many wrestlers have neck injuries that have ended careers.
I'll tell you, it's easy to ridicule Marvelous Michael Stevens, the adorable one himself, Anthony Andrews, but one of the things that's becoming painfully clear is these two are consummate professional wrestlers and know what they're doing inside the wrestling ring.
Yeah, absolutely, and certainly no one would know one another better than Marvelous Michael Stevens and Drew Adler. They spent many times training together, many nights on the road together. Kind of sad to see these guys on opposite ends.
Well, certainly nothing that you can blame Drew Adler for. Marvelous Michael Stevens, the man who turned his back. Begin to wonder whether he did it for any specific reason related to Drew Adler or simply to try to get into the good graces of Jimmy Rave-approved Sal Renaro.
Absolutely. Double arm whip off the ropes, double elbow. And as Andrews going out to the floor, and a cover here with barely a knee. Kind of a slap to the face, so to speak, if he were to cover him that way. Not enough now. Partial surfboard applied, the knee planted in the back, pulling back on the neck.
Well, you know, you gotta wonder a little bit about the planning that was done in this particular match. Drew Adler been in the bulk of this match as it's turned out. Freshman on the outside is the inexperienced man on the outside.
Fireman's carry now and drops him down.
And right there, Adler has an opportunity. There's a moment, but he's on the wrong side of the ring, and he's got Michael Stevens, but Stevens rolls away from him. I'm not sure that was a good move right there because that freed him up, and Adler's able to make the tag. Andrews in also. Big clothesline.
Chris Jacobs caught him with a back elbow. Jacobs a house of fire, standing drop kick, and Anthony Andrews goes down. Here comes Marv. Right into the boot of Drew Adler. We know that boot is very devastating.
And Marv on the outside, and Adler's set up. Look at, he's going to slingshot over. Here he comes. No, out of the way is Marv. Ow, down goes Adler right there. Wait a minute, a fan at ringside.
Wait just a minute. A masked fan?
And looks like right now in the middle of the ring. Wait a minute.
We got a small package, a cradle.
It's got to roll through. There's one, there's two. And that fan is holding on to Marvelous Michael Stevens. He couldn't get into the ring.
Now, we tell the fans not to get involved in the matches, but this fan grabbing the wrestler.
All right, well, security is already making their way toward the fan at this point.
Yeah, you can't get that physically involved. And the winners of the match, thanks to the fan, really.
And Drew
Drew Adler and Officer Chris Jacobs are the winners. And he says he took his back. That's the same fan we saw before.
It is.
He came in the ring before, remember? They made him take the mask off. He looked better with the mask on.
Well, no matter what, referee's not reversing the decision. What he doesn't see doesn't matter. May not have been pretty, but Officer Chris Jacobs able to roll through, hang on.
Who was that masked man?
I don't know, but it's the second time we've seen him, and the second time he's been escorted out of the building. He's not really getting his money's worth, is he?
No, you don't get a refund when you get kicked out. The winners here on Rampage Pro Wrestling, Drew Adler and Officer Chris Jacobs. Like it or not, they're the winners. More action coming up. Rampage Pro Wrestling.